Alrighty, Katriana, with our water secure, I'll leave you to get the caravan rolling again. I'm going to rest in the wagon here, and do a bit of a recap. So, halberd away, helmet off. Let's just sit over here in the corner. Oop, excuse me, there we go. Now then, identifying the crystal. What are we doing again? Day 16 of the 7th month, 1372. Master Drogon and Ayala realized that the strange crystal hidden within the broken tower statue was a powerful artifact sought after by Janna's mysterious mistress. What it is, however, and why it's being sought is still a mystery that needs solving. Master Drogon believes that a comrade of his, Garrick Halasar, might have the knowledge needed to identify the crystal. The halfling caravan is traveling through the desert and will be making a stop at the same Ao encampment where they dropped off Garrick before. Once there, he will have to be found, and the crystal hopefully identified. Very well. And with that, I'm going to rest until we get there. I am tired from fighting so many undead. I'm up. I'm up. Are we there yet? Let's find out. Oh. Well, we're somewhere, that's for sure. Katriana, fill me in. Where are we?
Well, we finally got here.
Ah.
I want to thank you for all of your help. I know that I was a bit hard on you at times. We probably wouldn't have made it this time without you.
Don't worry about it.
You will probably be wanting to hire a guide to take you to the dig site where your Garrick fellow went. It's a little ways into the desert, I understand, and only the locals really know the way.
Seems wise.
I am sure one of the Ao worshippers will be willing to take you. They're a fairly agreeable bunch, if a bit daft. Is there anything else you want before you leave?
No, not really. Thank you very much for your caravan services, though. Well, take care of yourself out there, Rayle. Don't go doing anything crazy like joining the Ao folk or anything. Bye. Yeah. I may have snapped here and there, but, I can't stay mad, really. Besides, a whole new area to explore, and I do love to travel. I'll keep my halberd away. I don't want to seem hostile or aggressive. Ao Guard. This is one of the Ao worshippers. They seem to be a rather eccentric bunch. Yeah, Ao is a fascinating one. I'll explain more when we get inside here. Hello.
Hello.
Ah, another outsider. And I see you come with the caravan. It is good to see you. We don't get many visitors, and now 2 in one day. 2? If I may, who else is here? Oh, this morning, just at sunrise, a half-dead man came crawling in here looking for a healer. I took him to the main temple so they could tend to his wounds. I haven't seen him since, but no one said he died either, so I guess that's where you would find him, if you're interested. Well, I'll find out in a moment, won't I? But either way, can you tell me of this place, the encampment? Well, it's a desert, my lord. Hot with lots of sand and sun, but not much water. Not quite. Oh, I see. I suppose you meant to tell you about the encampment. Indeed. Well now, not much more to tell you. The Aoists built a temple where the minister meets with the faithful to contemplate, or whatever it is they call it. Otherwise, we've got a good spring to supply us with water, and we serve as a trading post for the Badine and the occasional caravan, so it's not too bad overall, if you don't mind the scorpions. Fair enough. Well, I'll be hanging inside then if you don't mind. Right. If you want to see the injured man, he should be in the temple. Good luck to you. I'll check that out later. Yeah, Ao is a fascinating deity. I'm not even sure if it's a he or a she. It may not even have a gender, but Ao is sort of the overlord god. Not all gods may answer to Ao, but they kind of do. And Ao more or less writes the divine laws that pass in the astral plane, so Ao is basically, if there was a king of the gods, it'd be Ao. That said though, Ao does not like worshippers. In fact, he's kind of gone out of its way to avoid them. You know, he's not he, she, it. I'm just gonna say he for simplicity. He's very rarely mentioned in scriptures. In fact, the only reason he's really well known today is because he stopped at the time of troubles, the war between all the deities. Ao stepped in and said, "Okay, stop, enough." So that's really the only reason why people know of Ao today, at least very well. Just walking around getting a feel for the area. So yeah, it's fascinating. A couple hobgoblins, huh? Well, hello there.
I greet you.
Welcome to Musharek's fine desert emporium. I am Musharek, sole proprietor and scrounger of the only mid-Honorak mercantile business. How might I serve you today, good lord? Would you care to see Musharek's generous supply of goods at low, low prices? Sure, I'll see what you have. Every item is wonderfully crafted and will never break, bruise, spoil, or run out of charges, unless it is designed to do so. Fascinating, unfavorable reaction. I get that a lot from merchants. Quite the array of items. Bracers of Dexterity +2. Nothing incredibly fancy, mind you, and we've seen this before. But the Dexterity could be quite nice. It would give me an extra +1 to my armor class, and a +1 to all of my Dex-related skills. And ultimately, I wouldn't lose any armor, because I'd gain one and lose one from losing this. But if I have magical armor, the Bracers of Armor are then useless anyway, so sure. And these seem to fit me already, so I'll buy them for just under 9,000. I'll put them on. There we go, and you can have my old ones here. Decent enough price, I'll take it. Whoa, Skin of the Manticore. Greater Adventurer's Robes, yeah, we've seen that before in a previous life. Breastplate +2. Scale mail +1. I am a fan of my chain shirt and scale mail, because it is quite light. However, I would be lying if I said some heavy armor wouldn't be welcome. That's why I haven't sold my chainmail. I'm hesitant, alright? I don't know if I want to make that trade-off just yet. Ah, Trident. Now this weapon is not in the original Neverwinter Nights game, but it is in this one, obviously. So a Trident does 1d8 damage with a ×2 modifier, does piercing damage. Whereas a spear, 1d8 but it's ×3. So you might be asking, why would you ever use a Trident if the spear has more crit damage? Because the spear can crit harder, but the Trident has a +1 to attack. So there you go. Spear is more damaging, potentially, and Trident's more accurate, potentially. Night Thief Nimble Knife. What the heck? That's a mouthful. The Night Thief was a vicious assassin who specialized in fighting with 2 daggers. His nimble knife was the weaker of the 2 items, but it granted him greater abilities in combat. One merchant in Sembia discovered these abilities when he laid an ambush for the assassin. He found all 12 of his guards dead, and the lure, a 2-pound diamond, gone. Ah, so it's -1 damage for this dagger, but a +2 tumble and ambidexterity as a feat. Fascinating. Whoa. Death Shroud Axe. A +1 double axe with massive criticals and a chance to fear enemies. Yikes. Various scrolls. You have quite the assortment of items, Musharek. Quite the assortment. What's this? Nomad's Ring. Oh, if only Rayle could have had this. An extra spell slot for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th level spells. That is... Oh, that is amazing, not gonna lie. An amulet of natural armor +2 could be very, very good. I can definitely afford it for that matter. I will buy some healer's kits though. I'll buy 2 +3s and split them up as per my rules. Just move these around. Alrighty. I can also hold 1 more potion, so I will do that. What have you got? Yeah, sure. We'll buy a Cure Critical Wounds. Could be quite useful to have. Fascinating assortments here. Alrighty, I think I will go to medium armor. I am hesitant, of course, because I do like my parry score. That said, I've never actually used it yet, and I'm sure people are going to get on my case about that. But, yeah, I think I will wear, you know, not this, but this. The reason I want to go for a breastplate +2 over the chainmail, they're the exact same stats. Honestly, the breastplate just looks better. That's my only reasoning. I think it looks better, therefore I will buy it. Perfect. What of the cloaks here? Cloak of Protection +2. Ah, that could replace my ring, if I so chose. Cloak of Fortification. Alright, what is this? Skin of the Manticore. Usable only by Druid and Ranger, but it's a +1 to armor class and fortitude, and Manticore spikes 4 times a day. Let's check it out here. A Manticore is a fearsome beast whose claws and teeth are deadly. Despite these weapons, it is the spikes from the Manticore's tail that give the beast a legendary status. When Daegesis, an elven ranger, slew one of these beasts, he took the skin to a mage, and together they developed this cloak. The mage was able to give Daegesis partial control over the Manticore's tail, which was still attached to the skin. When Daegesis died, his powerful cloak disappeared. Fascinating, and of course we have here a Cloak of Movement, which we've read out before, but it gives you the Freedom property. That could be really nice. But I haven't come across any enemies that are particularly adept at movement and parrying, so maybe not worth it yet. Maybe in the future. The Cloak of Ascorn, it served me very well. Before I underrated it, but the Bludgeoning Resist 5, it's proven to be quite useful in the right situations. But here recently, against the Stingers and the Undead, they've largely had either bows or slashing weapons. And it may be worth it. What kind of ring could I replace my protection ring with? Well, nothing outstanding, honestly. So is it even worth it? It might not be. Should I upgrade my amulet? Probably. I'm kind of annoyed that I have to keep switching back and forth between the Amulet of Health and the Amulet of Armor, which is really a first world problem, honestly, but I wish I could just have it all in one. I'm just that greedy. I'll keep my cloak. It's done very well for me so far. And yeah, I'll upgrade my my stuff here, so Ring of Protection +2. You may have my old one. Blanc, perfect. As well, going to go for an Amulet of Armor +2. And you may have my old one. Very nice, okay. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to head on... Well, nah. I'm not with the caravan anymore. I'll worry about my armor later, then. So, let's check out the temple, huh? If I had to guess, that's where the leader of this place is. Might get some information of the area. Okay. There's the wounded man. Looks like he's being tended to, though. Minister of Ao. He seems to be busy. I don't really want to disturb these people if I can help it. Excuse me, miss, do you need any help with this man?
Hello.
If you can help him, my lord, I wish you would. We have no magic here, and my skills are limited. I can do that. Let's check the manicure miner.
Well and good!
Ah, that feels a bit better. Thank you so much. Now, I am Garrick. Who are you? Aha! You're the man I've been sent, huh? My name is Rayle Entair. Drogan sent me here to get your help. I am very pleased that you were able to find me then, Rayle. I am unsure of what help I can be to you, but I owe you, so anything you need is absolutely free. Yeah? What is this? And I'll pull out the crystal and show it to him. A Mythala! Where did you get that? No, not important right now. You can tell me all about it later. I wonder if your presence and the attack on my excavation might be linked. Yes, she must have been able to sense the crystal in the general area and thought we had it. That is the only thing that made sense. Oh, you must think I've lost my mind. I'm sorry. I better organize my thoughts for a second. Do you mind? Please do. Alright. I think I have bits and fragments of knowledge that I will try to piece together to make this all have some sense to it. What you have is a powerful artifact from the time of the ancient civilization of Netheril. This is what I have been studying out here, ruins of their civilization. I wish I could tell you exactly what the Mythala was used for, but no one is really sure. I do know that when a Mythala was damaged, it could cause great destruction. Really? Dare I ask, how do you know this? I have found several ancient writings that describe the Mythala, referring to them in the use of arcane spells and powerful magic items. One told of a mage who walked into an enemy's home and smashed a Mythala on the stone floor, destroying everything within several miles apparently. Apparently they are quite fragile. So, this little crystal can destroy everything in a few miles if broken. I will be very careful then. About a month ago, my researchers uncovered a portal room in the ruins. I believe that this portal was used by the Netheril to teleport between their cities. Go on. I had not activated the portal yet, but I think I was fairly close. Where it would lead? I have no idea, but this morning I got a clue. A strange figure, wearing a dark cloak, appeared in the portal room just before dawn with an army of demonic creatures. The horrific monsters tore through my friends with a savage haste. One of them grabbed me and nearly tore out my intestines. I was thrown against a pillar and left for dead, but somehow I managed to regain consciousness. I think I've seen the cloaked figure before. Go on. She, and I do believe it was a she, from her voice. Her face was hidden, but her voice came from above, she came in from above through a tunnel. She was trying to use the portal, but I do not think she was successful yet. She spoke of going to a place with limitless power, but she was angry. She said she had expected to find a Mythala here, and could not afford to have it remain out of her hands. After the demonic horde searched our corpses, and I gave the most convincing acting job of my life playing dead, nice, she cursed and said she would wait no longer. She would take her chances. So she went through the portal then? She told her army to hunt for a small round crystal, that she could feel it was within miles of the ruins. Then she turned her attention to activating the portal. The creatures left, and while her attention was drawn, I crawled quietly away and very slowly made my way back here. I thought I would stop at our home camp, but her army had already killed everyone here. Or there, rather, not here. They must have returned to the ruins, though, because I could hear them as I left, fighting something. I found one of our camels, wounded but alive, and rode it here. The beast died just outside of town. I see. So now we know what this thing is. We know the hooded figure is looking for it. Where is the excavation? Ah, if you look to the north of this temple, you will see an entrance by the waterfall. Go through it and find your way to the Valley of Winds. We marked it well, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find. I'm torn. Because if the Mythalar is what this creature is after, I shouldn't just walk in there with it in my possession. That could go badly. That said, if I leave it here, these people are probably not going to stand a chance. And as arrogant as this might sound, I might be the best one to hold it for defense. Because if they attack Dorna and Xanos for the crystal, they won't last very long. If they attack these Aoists, they won't last very long. If they attack me, though, I have a very good chance of actually surviving and winning. And you mentioned that the Mythar could be used as a weapon? Yes, I see you are thinking along the same lines as I am. There is no telling what is on the other side of the device. I think she expects to find Netherese artifacts of almost limitless power, untouched after all these ages. And if she does, what then? She may be seeking this Mythalar for her own uses, or perhaps she fears it. With all the power at her disposal, using the Mythalar you possess as a weapon might be the only way to defeat her. Very well, I suppose there is little choice in the matter. I would be of little use to you there, but I can do something that might help. I have a spell that will take me some time to set up, but if I can get it to work, I can reach Drogon with it. It is possible that he might even be able to send help, or even come himself. I know him well enough to say that when it is this important, he will think of something to help. There are lots of preparations that I must make, so unless you have questions, I should get started. Well, I'll be off then. That's really what I needed to know. Thank you. There is an entrance by the waterfall just north of this temple. Go through it and find your way to the Valley of Winds. The dig site is there. We marked it well, so it should not be too hard to find. You're repeating yourself now. Good luck, Rayle, and when you reach her, hurt her. Hurt her badly. The men and women she killed today, they were good people. Understandable, Sir Garrick. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. So this is a Mythalar. Some sort of just very powerful stone that can be used for all manner of things, magical and item-wise. Floating rock, don't mind that, I guess. Right, halberd out, helmet on. Let's peek inside, shall we? On our rock desert, Valley of Wind. This is a precarious stairwell. Let's not fall. That would be very unhelpful. I want to get my armor on too, for that matter. Yeah, I'm not quite ready actually. I should really get my armor set up here. So I will do that, and then we'll go. Well, I want to put my armor on, then sell. So let me head over here real quick and swap to the new armor. Okay. That looks pretty cool, I like it. Although I do want to tweak it just a bit. I'll do that later though. Let us head over to Mushadak real quick, sell my old chain shirt, which has lasted me a very, very long time. I've had this chain shirt for ages now.
I greet you.
A repeat customer, my favorite kind. How may I help you? More shopping, good sir. You may have this back. Or rather, this entirely. Alrighty. And I will customize my armor, perhaps next time. So, back into the Valley of Wind. Oh, hang on. Tracks. I missed that before. Some tracks and spots of blood indicate someone was wounded, either came from the north or was heading north. Fair enough. Likely that is Garrick. Oop. Let's see what it is we can find here.